Be invincible with fear. Tell your fear to go to hell. Tell that fear that has been preventing you from achieving success for far too long to go to hell. You are no longer going to stop something just because you feel a little jittery about it. And that's what we're going to talk about here. I'm going to give you the steps and tools to get past fear. Here we go. One of the most greatest fears that about 7 out of 10 people in the world have is the fear of public speaking. We come up with these ideas like, oh, I'm afraid to talk in front of people. Then you ask the question, why? Well, because they're looking at me. Exactly, they're looking at you. But what is it that people are looking at you bothers you about that? If you're the expert, if you're the panel, if you have the floor, everybody in the room is going to be focused on you. But then that's when our insecurities come. We start thinking like, I'm too fat. I'm not attractive enough. They can see me sweating. They can tell I'm nervous. Blah, blah, blah. And blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden the hair starts standing up on your arms. Your hands start sweating. Your heart starts beating fast as possible. You can't even remember your speech. You forgot your speech that you even put together. And you're just going crazy in your mind and mind and mind. And you feel like you're about to pass out in front of these people. And you don't know what to do. All these feelings weren't there before it started. But all of a sudden you just... Oh, God. But wait. I remember when I was in the military and I had to take a PT test. Physical training test. Where they say, hey, you have to do this number of push-ups, this number of sit-ups, and you have to do a 2-mile run in this time. You have to do this many push-ups, blah, blah, blah. And every time I was getting ready to do my physical training test, my stomach was turning knots, turning flips. Because if you don't pass your physical training test, you can get kicked out of the military. Now, if I would have reviewed my facts, I've never in my life failed the PT test. I was in great shape. You know, I could do way more than the minimum for push-ups, sit-ups, and run my run in time by just playing around, even talking to someone. I could run my run and pass the time. But for some reason, I just got the butterflies in my stomach. But here's what we don't understand, guys. Those butterflies wouldn't remain in my stomach the whole time. They would go away every time after I completed the physical training test and I passed all the obstacles. Every time. They would go away. So you ask yourself the question, why are they there in the first place? False evidence appearing real. That's why they're there in the first place. For some reason in my mind, I felt that even though I had the data of passing all the tests, that I was going to flunk. And see, the thing about the mind doesn't follow any rules. You know, the mind just has thoughts. And any thought, the mind is like a door that remains open. And thoughts are going through your mind like an interstate. They can be positive, they can be negative. But the mind doesn't have the filter to say, negative thoughts, get out of here. Positive thoughts, you're here. That's not the mind. You have to have the power to tell your mind, you're not welcome here. So here's the thing. This is what I've learned along the way. When your heart starts beating fast, and your chest is going crazy, and you're sweating about to pass out, you're getting dizzy and fainty, this is what you do. This is what you do when you feel that stuff happening. Number one, look at your surroundings that are around you. What is it in the room? Look at the people. Are they bigger than you? Are they smarter than you? You know, just look at everything that's around you first. Absorb that. Notice cracks in the wall. Notice everything around you. And become comfortable in that space. Right? Those sensations are going to come because you're getting ready to walk up and remember all those thoughts and things you've been told. You're a fat guy. You're not attractive. You have this. You have a mole on your lip. All these things are going to be coming up. And you're getting ready to hit that podium. And you're walking up to that podium and then you look out at this crowd. Those sensations are there. and you're getting ready to do your speech. Those sensations are coming. Hands are sweating. You're drenching. Everything's happening. Right? All those things are happening. At that time, I want you to do something. You're breathing right now, right? As you're watching this video. But do you feel it? Do this to yourself. Inhale 50% more air. Exhale 50% more air. The mind, right, is full of things from the past, things from the future. You are now in the present. You are giving a speech. You are the one who's practiced on that speech for hours upon hours upon hours. And you're ready. The people in front of you just want to see the work you've been doing for all those hours. You have your PowerPoints. If your PowerPoints go wrong, you have your note cards. You have a backup for the backup for the backup. You've done everything that you need to do in order to succeed at this speech. You're fine. All you have to do at this point is say this phrase right here. I'm back. I'm back. What does I'm back means? I'm back means I don't care what happened when I was a kid. I don't care what's going to happen in the future. All that I'm caring about right now is this speech that I'm giving. And this speech that I'm giving right now, I'm going to own this speech. I'm going to let these people know the passion that I've had inside of me, and I want to show it to them. I'm going to walk away from this podium, or maybe throw the podium down, and I'm going to walk in that crowd. And then when you get in the I'm back in the present zone, you'll find out sometimes you don't even need the speech. Because you're in the zone. You're in a place where no one else matters but you. You're going to go out there and you're going to give those people that speech that they want. Like right now, by me doing the breathing right now, I am actually for the first time in the zone. I feel it as I'm speaking right now. I feel my breath right now. I feel that I'm in the zone right now. I'm giving you what you want. There's a reason why you bought this course. A reason why. Now, as I'm feeling, I'm settled. I'm in the zone. There's no fear. There's no fear of me failing or making a mistake or whatever. Because right now, I feel that power going through my veins right now. That's the zone. When LeBron James, when he scores 60, 70 points, when Kobe Bryant scores 84, he doesn't even hear the crowd cheering. All he sees is him and that basket and that rotation and that motion. He doesn't even care about form. He's just boom, boom. I don't care about the defender. I don't care about anybody in front of me. I'm just in that zone. And I'm giving my speech and whatever. And all of a sudden, the applause scares you. Because you're like, whoa, where did that come from? It scares you because you're there, but you're not there. I'm back. I'm back. And every time I feel that little flickery of the heart or whatever, I'm back. Because you know what's so interesting about those feelings that come to you when you're giving that speech or you're doing something? They don't last long. They don't last forever. No. Thoughts don't last forever. If you think I'm joking, think about to a time where you met someone. And as soon as you guys started talking, this is the first time meeting, there's a little anxiety on both of your parts. You never talked to this person. You don't know if they can take a joke, don't take a joke, serious, not serious. You don't know where they come from. So you're having this conversation. You're throwing words. She's throwing words. And you're kind of like, cautious. You don't talk to them the way you talk to your friends. But after 5 minutes of this conversation, you guys have been going back and forth. All of a sudden, it gets a little easier. You know why? Because those thoughts that you had, that, remember, the mind takes any thoughts that this person's this. You're sizing that person up. Her hair, and does she think she's better at this, or she's a calm person? You already went through all those questions, and there's no more questions to ask, and you just talk to the person as if they're a person. And who knows, that person could end up being one of your good friends. But that's what it is. Those feelings are not permanent feelings. They're temporary. So I'm going to say to you today, if you don't learn anything else, I want you to learn this today. Tell fear to go to hell. Don't let fear prevent you from success. If you're not facing your fears, you're not going to be successful. People who you see who have money, who are very wealthy, went through their fears. If you go through your fears, I can promise you, you will be successful. So, thank you guys for spending your hard-earned hours with me and listening to what I have to say. And I hope that I helped someone here today. And I want you to look out for some other classes and courses that I put together, because my passion is I learn from helping other people become successful. When I help other people become successful, I have to remain at a standard. I have to constantly be a lifelong learner, and I want to die that. So, until next time and until the next class, see you guys.